So are y'all watching Love Island? We are on week 3, I believe. I want to talk about some of these attachment styles because there are some dynamics happening and the underlying issues are related to their attachment style. So stay tuned if you want to hear about it. I'm Denise Brady, and I just love to talk about pop culture, mental health, and today we're going to focus on attachment styles from the core group of women. I think at this point there are 5 core women, and y'all know people keep coming in and out, not as much as we are used to in past seasons, but I want to focus on the core 5 women who are still on this show. So let's get into it. Let's just get into it. So first, have you subscribed? Go ahead and subscribe, like this video. Make sure you turn on those notifications so you know every time I drop a video when it's going to be released. So let's talk about Anna. So Anna, to me, is very needy. She's been through some things on this show, I think because she has an anxious attachment style. She's really looking for, as she has said, her husband. She packed a wedding dress. Now, going on this show with an anxious attachment style, when you're feeling like you need a man, you need marriage, it's not going to work out for you. And so from her interactions with people so far, I feel like her attachment style has been a driving force to fulfill this like need inside of her to be seen, to be loved, see me, hug me, love me, just like me. And that's why from the men, I think at times it seems like I don't want to say pretend, but they act like they're interested in her, because I think in some ways Anna becomes like a really easy, for lack of a better word, an easy woman to just kind of hang on to for longevity for the show until the next girl comes along, because we've seen that happen. We've seen that happen in her relationship with Cassie. We've seen that happen in her relationship that she had with Leo. I think she is somebody who just really needs to feel seen, really needs to feel loved. And so at times I feel like she's carrying around this little blanket, and the blanket is love me, see me. Can we just get married already? And so that anxious attachment style, the need to just feel this void inside of her, whatever it is that is missing inside of her that she can't see, she thinks she can get from men. And so we see her, I guess, kind of get dumped, replaced, I don't know what you want to call it, by Leo, and he ends up being with Cassie, who I think in the beginning he really wanted to go with her, but maybe that's his typical type. Maybe he was unsure of himself. Maybe he saw Anna as an easy person just like gravitate towards, because I want to stay on this show. And Cassie is a little bit spicy, okay? So he wanted to maybe try something easy. And unfortunately, I think Anna got caught up in the game of the show. I think at times I feel like she forgets she's really even on a show. The back and forth that she is doing with Leo and Cassie. Now, do I think what they did was right by kind of, hooking up while her and Anna was still with him? I don't think that's exactly right, but we are on a TV show. Nobody is locked down. And I'm gonna get into more of how some of these women got attached too quickly and now their feelings are being hurt. So Anna, to me, has a very anxious attachment style. I wish she would just love herself. Stop trying to find what it is that's missing in here and people outside of her, relationships, people, places, and things. And a lot of people can relate to Anna, because I think there are a lot of women who try and find themselves in relationships, because if I just get married, if I just get in a relationship, if I just this, then that will feel this. But until you learn to love yourself, nobody's gonna be able to love you. So that's what I got on Anna. I really hope that she realizes to love herself. I think at times she is trying to set boundaries and stand up for herself, but to me it doesn't come off very strong. It's coming off as like, I just want you to love me. What you guys did was so wrong. It's like, girl, how many times are you gonna say what they did was wrong? We know it wasn't the best option. We know it wasn't the best. It wasn't the most courteous thing, but it's like she's seeking, I don't know what she wants from Cassie and Leo. Okay, I don't get what she wants from them, because they're gonna do what they want to do. And once again, we're on a TV show, so it's like she's being a dead horse. Okay, and Destiny didn't help either by telling her, but I get what Destiny was trying to do, but we're gonna get to that. All right, so that was Anna. Now let's get into Carmen. So Carmen, to me, I want to say has an avoidant attachment style. I'm still trying to go between avoidant and disorganized. I think she can be very critical. I think she's manipulative. I think she has some covert manipulation with men. Some of the other ladies, she tends to kind of fall to the back. But to me, it just comes off very avoidant. I don't think she is going to make genuine connections here because she has a wall up. And it's really hard to have genuine connections, conversations with somebody who I think in their mind is always playing chess and checkers. Okay. Now she is playing a game that only is going to benefit her. In the process, I think that Brady really got hurt. She really did use him. And it's sad that Brady, to me, has become a pawn in her game to just stay here. I don't know what she's really doing, but I can't see anyone being in a healthy relationship with somebody who is like, love me, love me. She's not even like, love me, love me. She's more like, what can I get out of you? That's the manipulative part. And I think in the beginning, I wanted to believe maybe, just maybe she was in the Brady, but my spidey sense was like, she's not into him. She's looking what she can get out of him. She's looking to manipulate. And it's a lot of men who end up in relationships with like women like Carmen because they have low self-esteem, low self-worth. They might be late bloomers. And so they see the girl and the girl's like, I like you. And the guy is so just, me? You like me? What about me? What's the girl like you want with me? And they get caught up in the questioning of like, why me? And that they get manipulated by the charisma, the charm of women who are manipulators. So once a woman is done using, abusing, manipulating, getting what they can out of the man is left weakened. The man is left hurt, trying to figure out how did I end up here. I think their self-esteem becomes worse. And it's hard for them to be in any other relationship because they still have the trauma left over by the woman. See, now we don't talk about how toxic women can be. We mainly focus on men, but there are some toxic women out there. And if you're interested in hearing more about the signs of being in a toxic relationship with a woman, let me know in the comments. Okay, so let's move on to Destiny. See, now Destiny to me needs to loosen up. When they asked her, where's the craziest place you ever been intimate? And she said Africa. I was like, girl, what? What? Now her and Harrison is not gonna go a long run. Okay, I think he does like her, but does he like her as much as she likes him? No. Now she caught feelings very quickly. Okay, she is someone I could tell is very book smart, been in her studies, might be sheltered, but when it comes to relationships, she might be a late bloomer also. But I don't know how old she is, so don't quote me on that. But I feel like she doesn't have a lot of experience in relationships, and that makes me think, how did Brady and Destiny get on this show? Because it is hard to watch people who have no experience being in relationships, or a lot of relationships, try and function on a show about relationships where everyone is just like bouncing around from relationship to relationship. So let me know, are y'all also thinking how is it that Brady and Destiny got on this show? Destiny is very beautiful, but her attachment style to me is kind of anxious, but not as overtly anxious as some of the other women. But I think she does have an anxious attachment style too. And I think once Harrison moves on and finds someone else, I think she's going to be devastated. So now, do I think she's going to make it to the end? I don't know. I'm guessing probably not. I don't think she's going to be someone at the very end. But for now, she's having a good time with Harrison. But she needs to loosen up, girl. Take some shots, put on some heels, put on some coochie cutters. Have a good time. You're on vacation. You're in Fiji. Loosen up a little bit, okay? Now, my girl Cassie, okay? Cassie is misguided, okay? Cassie is all over the place. Cassie reminds me of someone who comes from a dysfunctional family, of seeing probably their parental relationships kind of dysfunctional, and now she's doing the same thing. Sometimes just like, it's woe is me, victim. Like, why is all this drama coming towards me? So Cassie is very much like victim, woe is me. I really think she needs some guidance on how to communicate her needs. Also, how to have female friendships and relationships and navigating that. I think she becomes self-absorbed to me at times, trying to get her own needs met, trying to just make sure it's all about Cassie. And she doesn't see how much she is hurting her female relationships. And then when she does, she flips it in like, I'm the victim. Why is this happening to me? Girl, you stole somebody's man from right in front of them. Okay, you can't expect to steal somebody's man and not have no repercussions. All right, this is not the Cassie show. It's called Love Island. All right, and so I need her to recognize her faults in some of these dynamics and how you're not a victim. You might just be a perpetrator. Okay, now your attachment style is making you just like seek these male relationships, seek the reassurance that I'm a good-looking woman, that I got it going on. And the more you seek that in men, you're gonna find the wrong men. Now Leo himself, I think he looks like a deer in headlights every time Anna comes over to him, because Anna's holding him accountable. And I don't think he's used to accountability. I think he's used to getting women who just fawn over him, who do what he says. He gets away with being pretty. Okay, the pretty handsome complex. My looks make up for the fact that I'm an F-boy. Okay, but I don't know how long that's gonna last either, because both of them are here for a good time, not a long time. So to me, Cassie has an anxious attachment style. I wonder what her family dynamic is like, if she comes from a dysfunctional family with dysfunctional parent relationships, because that's what I'm getting. Okay, and so Hannah, I'm still trying to figure out. She's more low-key, quiet in the background, so she's a little bit mysterious. What do you guys think? Do you think she has more of a anxious attachment style but not as obvious, with maybe some sprinkled in secure, or do you think she's primarily anxious? A lot of the women on this show are very anxious. Speaking of anxious, we have not talked about our girl KK. Now KK made the mistake of going into the hideout room and making it a home run with Keenan. Now think about it. You've been on this show for how many weeks? 2, 3, 1.5. Now sleeping with a man too early will have you get caught up in feelings. Now her feelings are so attached to him that whenever he talks to somebody, she's in shambles. She's crying. Okay, don't sleep with men too early, because now you're all into it. You're in too deep. Okay, that anxious attachment style got the best of you. I've seen a lot of people go into the hideout room and not be intimate, just like talk, do other things, but she chose to be intimate with somebody she barely knows. And so early on in the game, you know, you're gonna get your feelings hurt because you have not been there long enough to really know him. And now these other women are coming in and you're like, my man, my man, my man, and your man is over there, girl, talking to her. So she got caught up too quick. I think she has some stuff going on. There was a scene where she was crying and she said she had to grow up too early. So my spidey sense, my little therapist spidey sense was like, okay, what are the childhood issues? Okay, what's really going on with KK? But I think she slept with old boy too soon. Her feelings got caught up. Now let me know, do you think that women can be intimate with men or whoever, that women have the ability to be intimate with partners and not catch feelings? Because as we are seeing with KK, that is not possible. Now I want them to go to distance, but it's also a TV show. So I'm living in a reality that they are not. And the more people who come in, come out, it's just gonna ravel the dynamics, and I really don't know if they can make it in the long run. All these people need therapy, okay? Because so far I've seen nothing but anxious attachment styles. Now let me know if you want me to do a video on the men and their attachment styles. I will see you in the next video. Like and subscribe.